All right, and I am live. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me mute this YouTube side here. It's going to just be a short one this morning. Trying to get the stream quality up. Going to be a very short one today. I got a lot going on. Hello, Davey. Hello, Harvey. It's going to be short. I know Dave's on. I want to try to pop over there. Scottish, how are you, sweetie? But wait a couple more minutes till everybody gets in. I'm sorry about the stream. Hi, Jasmine. Put this. Hey, how you doing, Sean? Hey, easy money. It's gonna be it's not gonna be a long one today. There's a lot going on today, so we got a lot of content coming up for you guys in the next couple days. Harvey, I hope you saw my message. I was on your stream, honey, on Sunday, your pub stream. I was in the side chat, but yeah, and so was Missy Jenn. But you were buffering a bit. Hi, Polly. Well, I might chimp too. Hey, Jen, because there's something going on with logins. Okay, good to hear that. Hi, Kim. How are you, honey? Like I said, this is going to be a really just short one. I could have done it in a video, but I've got everything all arranged for live stream, so it's a lot easier just to do it on a live stream. Like I said, there's a lot of content coming up the next couple days. Narce coming to the Rancho, so I'm looking forward to that. We've been working hard getting the Shine Shack all prepared and figuring out what we're going to do. Let's see. Harvey said it was, hi, Ash. Harvey said it's confusing with the buffering. Love you too, Harvey. Hi, Mrs. Zombie. I'm just sorry to hear, Harvey, that, the rats have taken such a toll over there with the electrics. I'm going to suggest, hi, Colleen. I'm going to suggest that be put into conduit. And you know what conduit is? It's metal tubing that electrics go through. So here we use it for external wiring in industrial applications. For homes, it's a different story. But since your crawl space underneath of your flooring is allowing access, I mean, you might be on a whole mountain you might be king of Rat Mountain there. You don't even know. When you have that electrician redo, you should use some armored Romex or something like that. Hi, Cupcake. No, he's not bringing in anyone else, Susie. Yeah, there's going to be a hood shoot today. All of a sudden, it got super windy here, which is usually a marker of spring is here, the seasonal transition. Yeah, get conduit or the armored Romex. Okay, it's similar to what they use when they hook handsets to telephone pieces in public areas. Make sure you put down a lot of, rat poison too before you close that in. Somebody's doing something in the community. That's what I want to talk about. YouTube login Shenanigans. I received a notification that someone had attempted to log in to the account here. Okay, it's very easy. It's not hard to do passwords, but you got to understand if you're trying to do that, it's going to be a two-step process. Okay, I'm set up for two-step verification, and if you guys aren't, and I don't want to go down the way Elvis is being locked out of, I don't know whether somebody's got a target on our backs because of Norm's generosity, Norm F's generosity, or whatever. But the channel's been under attack with login things. Make sure that, yeah, there you go, Sean. Make sure, hey, Sean, and make sure when you have your account set up on YouTube that you have a two-step verification process, okay? Because if somebody attempts to log in from a device that's not recognized by YouTube, you will get a notification. It'll tell you the location. I'm not going to disclose the location. Wasn't in California. Okay. Wasn't in California, but someone attempted to log into your YouTube channel. You received that notification. Maybe some of you have seen that before. Now, in your security settings, you have a chance to set up a two-step verification process. And I always recommend that people do that. If somebody attempts to log into a device that's not recognized or one that you've not okayed, which is cell phone and the multiple, we have a whole hardwired network here on the Rancho. We have several buildings. They're all hardwired. They all are computerized, and all the computers that are on the network, and we have a hub here, distribution system. All of those computers are all recognized already by Google and YouTube. But if somebody tries to log in from, say, pick a place, Helena, Montana, I will receive a notification that someone attempted to log in. And if that person tries to go further through the security system, then the fail-safe for me is YouTube sends a message to my phone and it alerts that person trying to log in. We sent a message to your mobile device and they send you a code. And unless you have that code on that computer, you cannot get into that YouTube account. So whoever's trying to do that, okay, because I have two-step verification process set up, is not going to allow for the completion of that. You have to have the login information, the password, as well as the verification that YouTube sends to your phone that you put in sitting in front of that device. If you don't have that, hi Vicky, if you don't, I don't know what happened. I suspect the same thing. I have no idea. Or fumbling or having his caps locks on, but something's going on. And I don't know exactly what it's related to. Yes, Otame. I don't know if you ever are a content creator or been along. Once in a while, you'll receive, if you're away, let's say that I'm in Las Vegas and I'm staying at the El Cortez Hotel and I go to use their Wi-Fi or their system, I will get a notification that before I'm able to go in and make the connection, they have to verify that it's me logging in over there. Oh, Mike Frederick's got a lot of friends in locally. Yeah, I did my washed the wig today. So he was trying to pull his pot. Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on. But there's, yeah, like a credit card, Sister Earth, is like excellent security. And you have the option on YouTube to enable that setup on your account. I highly recommend that you avail yourself of that two-step process. Okay? Let wherever you're logging in, if it's an unusual device or in a different location, allow YouTube to send a message to your phone to verify. They'll send you, a 4 or 5 digit number, text message you, and you enter that into the computer you're using, and it's all good. Okay. Yeah. So you have to take steps to protect yourself. Okay. Go to your security settings on your main Google page. Okay, and enable that two-step verification process, because if you don't, you're not giving yourself the maximum security possible. And a nice thing too, if somebody tries to log in to your computer, even if they fail, you'll receive notification that somebody attempted to log in from X location. Do you know this person? And you can say yes or no or whatever. So make sure that you use that two-step verification process, because it's absolutely critical. Okay, welcome to all of you that are on. It's going to be a very short one. Would like to pop over and spend a few minutes to say hi to Dave over there. Oh yeah, how do you get into the settings in my string tin can phone? Well, it's just a good idea. Well, there's a Jen, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff going around now. There's a few people that are hyper aggravated about some of the money that's being tipped out and donated today, and also the usual shenanigans on YouTube. So just how you doing, Monique? So just make sure that you do it right. They sent Elbow and a code and he didn't put it in right. Yeah, if you have like 2 chances to put the code in right, and then they'll lock your account. They're not going to eliminate, they're not going to terminate your account. But at that point, after 2 or 3 failed attempts, maybe your cap locks are on or something like that, they're just going to throw you into the purgatory until they can actually get a human being to get across that and take a look at it. Let me tell you, they hate that. Anytime you have to have intervention. Is this a bad time to tell everyone? Elvis sent me $500 yesterday. I'll eat this wig, Shauna. On camera, honey, if that was the case, as Miss Bailey. So please make sure that you add 2-step verification. I really think it saved me quite a few times, because randomly through the course of a year, 3 or 4 times, you get notification that somebody attempted to log into your YouTube account. I mean, the initial login information, you should also change it once in a while too. But I have for my password a very long series of asterisks and symbols and numbers, and you have to have something. Don't put your street address or your ex-wife's name. People are pretty smart. Hey, Against the Wind, how are you? All right. The second thing that I want to talk about, and Kathy, I hope you're doing okay, honey. It's nice to see you, Kathy Weezer, in the chat. Second thing I want to talk about real quick is that it's parody, folks. It's parody. Tony Mullins, TM Movies, does parody. So what you see is not actually what occurred on a stream. You can get it twisted a little bit for YouTube. And I'm getting a little bit of blowback that in TM Movies thing, Rosie O'Kelly man down. Some people are assuming that the clip that's in there was the actual clip from my walk on Sunday. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. So let's just get it straight, because you see some of the comments on it like, oh, Rosie, you've reached a new low, blah, blah, laughing at a guy on the ground. I don't know where that other clip came from on there. How you doing, Elvis? I don't know where that clip came from, but it's not the clip that was on my walk. The man down was a guy passed out on the trail, the asphalt covered trail. Okay, I don't know what that, yeah. Well, I love TM Movies are great. How you doing, Cornell? I don't have a problem with, I love Tony Mullins. I've had Tony Mullins on panel with me before. He's a funny guy. He's got a lot of skill set, but let's not get it twisted, okay? You look at some of the comments on that today, and it's, it's getting a lot of traction. But I'm saying that, the EMS did show up on scene, and the Santa Rosa Fire Department. Okay, so, I know that somebody on the live stream had already called them because they showed up. Hi, Tasha. How are you? Nice to see you. Well, that's what I'm saying, Tasha. Let's not, let's not get it twisted, okay? All right, how you doing, JK NoCal? Yeah, it's funny. I mean, that's, if you're a street streamer like I am and you go to colorful places, you're going to run into things like that. It's a given. You know, it's not like I kicked the guy when I was down. I told his friends like, oh, he's okay. You know, I took his friends, oh, he's okay. Don't worry about him. You know, he's all right. He's just taking a sleep. Yeah, right on the road. You know, right on the, yeah, just go to sleep right on the road. So you live in colorful areas, you're going to see colorful things. So like I say, we are preparing for, hey, yeah, man, how you doing? We are preparing for Narce's arrival. We're going to have a lot of content. We'll be doing some things with him. I'll give you a heads up. Tomorrow will be Tip the Mods Days here on my channel. There'll be a lot of content. There'll be people watching. Be several streams during the day. So if you feel so inclined tomorrow and you think the moderators on the channel do a great job, feel free. Don't tip me. Put it in a tip jar. And for the month of March, I'm happy to share with them. And putting my money where my mouth is, I also put in my own. The mods on this channel do a great job. They don't ever know what I'm going to do. They don't ever know the bullshit and the trouble I'm going to get into. They don't know yesterday I'm going to a crack house. Oh, that's weird. Kitten Cat says, I once watched a guy lay on the street corner, eat his hot dogs, which were laid out next to him on napkins. Damn. Yeah, so the mods do a good job. Sometimes it's the channel's under extreme attack, troll attacks, and things like that. So, garbage trucks. I wonder if this guy's drunk out here. He just seems to be going in circles. So the mods do a really good job. So bear that in mind tomorrow. It also helps them in their lives a little bit, and it's a chance to show appreciation for that. Yeah, we got Narce covered, Marshall. You don't have to worry, but I am giving people a heads up, and if you don't have it enabled, Marshall, that's it, Oda. Never a dull moment. Make sure you have that two-step verification process set up on your channel, because you missed it at the beginning. I had somebody attempting to log into my channel today. Okay, a notification. Yeah, the chooches, they make you a little nervous. So I'm just saying, for those that choose, not every model on my channel chooses to participate, but for those that do, it's a nice thing for them. I call it the golden wrenches. They don't have to be here. Somebody like Oda Mae Cooper, she's in a lot of, she moderates a hell of a lot of chats, so she doesn't have to be here, and it's not a requirement to be here. But, you know, when you're on a long chooch down in Oakland or going down to a crack house doing this or that, it's a lot of things to take care of. People putting personal information, people putting people's family stuff out there once in a while. Hey, Up, how are you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Yeah, there's Missy Jenn on this side. Love your mods. Yeah, it makes them a little happy. I just think it's the right thing to do. Remember, they spend just as much time on the streams as I do. And they have lives too. So I like the fact that we dedicate one day a month. Tomorrow will be a Thursday. We will be dedicated. Wednesday we'll be dedicating for them. For all of the streams, yeah, fix your settings on the two-step verification. So all the streams that we do tomorrow will be for the benefit of the wonderful moderators that do so much to help out on these channels. Yeah, the mods are very fair. It's not easy. You got to walk a fine line, and I've always told my mods, and I don't know how other people. Some people have very little tolerance. I know Marshall just bangs out, you know, everybody's a troll because they show up and say a comment. I don't even care. how other people run the channel. But as Oda May knows, and Harvey too, I don't much care what people say about me. But as far as looking out for other people so we don't, sometimes we'll have a full-on attack, or Norm F will come in the chat and people are just, piling on him. And like I said before, we can't really help what other people do. Kitten Cat, I'm not sure what the status is on the channel. YouTube has this policy. If something goes awry, if something gets screwed up with logging into a channel, they give you multiple attempts to correctly log in. And then their assumption is that some bullshit's going on. So we're going to lock down your channel. And we're going to put you in a timeout for 3 to 5 days. And in that 3 to 5 days, you can't access your channel, no matter how many times and how many devices you try to log into. You're locked out until a human being gets across that and sees, oh, maybe a cap lock situation. They will then send you a new special code that you will try to use to enter. Okay. And they're not in the process, they're not in the habit of locking out people out of their channels unless there's some real shenanigans. Jen said, Rosie, I'm sorry for being rude on your channel, but Mom Bear really makes me angry in the way she disrespects you, and then she acts like he's all innocent. Well, it's just, Jen, I'm embarrassed to say so. I have a very thick skin. Well, Cornell, Nicole will not be participating in this particular round, and I'm sure she's fine with that. Okay, I'll take care of, I'll send Nicole something on my own. Okay, but I try to, as I've said before, if somebody comes into my stream, as long as things are okay, then I don't really mind who is in there. And I've tried to get along good with Mama Bear. I sent her a picture of Mama Bear Lounge in Reno. As far as I know, we're okay. So I haven't really gotten involved, but thank you, Jen. Thank you very much. I know people stand up. The misgendering, JK No Cal stands up for me. I guess feeling like I'm more of a tomboy, I'm a little more rough and tumble. A little more rough and tumble maybe than the average in here. So I don't really get too worked up and stuff about that. But do make sure that you set up that 2-step process, so you'll have that extra layer of protection for any device that you sign into. And if you have, say, your cell phone with you, you'll be able to get that text message from Google and put that right into your, put that right in. Okay, so that thing works out really, really good. Yeah, Monique, I know, honey, it gets to you. To me, it's like, it's just another day at the office. And you guys are wonderful for doing that. I know, Oda May, I think Mama Bear likes to come in and just rattle the cages a little bit. And I think it bothers, obviously, the mods and people more than me, but Mama Bear and I have always had that sort of Punch and Judy kind of relationship on YouTube. I try to look beyond to the heart of somebody, and I know that she likes messing around with me. But at the end of the day, Oda May or someone like that, one of my mods, they're going to deal with things the way they see fit. And you will rarely hear me, only when Harvey was first starting out or Tom Finland, you'll rarely ever hear me second guess a moderator on my channel. Okay? I mean, if you're going to have somebody mod your channel, and this is where I ran into a bit of trouble with Greg, you don't want to be in a position where you're overriding them all the time. You want to be in a position where they understand what you're trying to do on their channel, and they're part of the team. And they know, in my particular case, that you know, Rosie's has a big ass shock absorber. Okay, you're kidding, Kat. Why do you gravitate to people with low IQs? It's like choosing to hang with only ugly people to make yourself look better. Hello, Davey. I don't know. Kitten Cat, I might have a higher IQ, but if I tell you I was raised as a street urchin, you know, it's just I don't know. I never knew what. I never had much truck with high class things. I never went to fancy dancy cocktails. This is all the people that this is all I know in life. You know, this is why I'm so comfortable on the streets, and things just don't panic me. I don't know another life. I guess I should aspire to more, but I don't. Somebody help me out here. She kills me too, Cassidy. She's been killing me for years on. She's been killing me for years. She's like, you only know stupid loudmouths in life. Yeah, the older ones, Princess Fairy, a lot of the older videos from 2013 in particular. When we join YouTube, we all tend to tell our story in the beginning. Now, because of old age, I can't remember some of my story. I need a government bailout. You feel like you can and want to save the world. It's okay. I get it. I'm not, Oda, man. I just enjoy. Oh, you started to share. Oh, okay. That's fine. Thank you, Mrs. Zombie. Thank you. I don't know. It's even though I'm college educated, MBA and all that, you like what you naturally gravitate to what you I've never been a climber, a social kind of climber. Are those kitty cat? Nope. That's just the turkey neck. It's called old age. Hey, East Coast lady, how are you? But I'm just saying, I'm not one to be very upset about stuff. I'm more upset when people get attacked in the chat. You know, if somebody pops in, I try to make sure everybody. Yeah, I'm man, woman, illicit, whatever you want me to do. Yeah, tell me about old age. There we go. Well, I'm enjoying. I'm telling you, these are the best. Yeah, these are the best years I've had. This is the most fun. Yeah, Oda May works for the Trump administration. Yeah, that'll be the day. They're growth rings like trees. That's right. Long as you keep smiling, remember, that's what keeps you wrong. Well, Princess Fairy says, Rosie, I think you try to fix everybody. I've given up on that in 2019. Honestly, Princess, honest to goodness, in 2019, I don't want to say I don't care anymore, because I do care. But maybe I'm just saying I'm here for the shit show. I'm not here to try to, you know, I flew out to, people are like, oh, you know, you and Marshall's coattail. There's just as many videos on Marshall's channel with me in the title as I have videos with him in the title. Okay, going all the way back to 2014 and 2015. I did my best. I did my best. I went out to Chicago. I spent time. Worked on the rig, spent multiple times in Las Vegas, sit downs, Bobby chats. Marshall, we got to have a talk about the future. Man, I'm done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. It's like Berg. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. I like Bergs. I enjoy being around Marshall when he's not doing the Looney Tunes, dirty deletes, and all that kind of stuff. I like talking Class B camper vans. I enjoy food reviews. I enjoy looking at rigs. I'm not going to deny that in 2019. But as far as trying to save people, they got to save themselves. I'm just here like Vinny says, Rosie, you be you. You do what makes you happy on YouTube. So that's the difference between 2019. I've gone in new directions. It's been personally very rewarding. Yeah, Kitten Cat. So Rosie, in 2019, are you attempting to now cleanse yourself of any real responsibility in winding up these idiots to watch them go? Yeah, I am. Because to my knowledge, Kitten Cat, nothing I ever did ever made a dent. Nothing I ever did ever made a dent. And that being the case, why should I remove myself from the flow of things around here instead of just engaging, enjoying, and having fun? Marshall, Bergs, Tucker, Vinny, Odame, Kernow, anybody here is totally responsible for their own success or failure in life, totally independent of me. The one amazing thing about all of these people is nobody ever asked me for any advice on anything, but I took it upon myself. I took it upon myself to try to say, hey, this is the mainstream of community here, and you're somewhere over here on Shit Stir Creek, or you're over here on Aberrant Behavior Boulevard. Why not come in? And it is very true. You just cannot change a person's basic nature, including my own. And that was the thing that I accepted in 2019. And now in 2019, Kitten Cat, YouTube has once again become very enjoyable for me. It's just like, what are your alternatives? What do you gain? That's what I'm saying, Polly. No point giving advice to people not asking for it, not wanting it. I find in life that if people ask you for advice, they may or may not take it. But if they don't ask you for advice and you tell them what to do, and with Marshall, this started in Walmart in 2015 with the State of the Birdseed address in the Walmart there, sitting on a 5-gallon bucket of bird feed. Okay, while Wanderlust Estate, James Wanderlust Estate, had every assurance from Marshall that, yeah, I see what I did wrong now. Yeah, I'm going to be, come on, really? Or when I went to Chicago in November, several months later, yeah, Rosie, I'm gonna be a good community member. That lasted for about 3 days. Why, Kitten Cat said, why is the concept of tough love lost on you? How do you enact that on YouTube, Kitten Cat? Just removing yourself is not tough love. It's not tough love. And as long as there's people, and Marshall and I have been around long enough to know that there's always people that will come along and be supportive of the channel. some people that have donated say, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I step up for people that seem to be under attack or that seem to be, you know, willing to go their own course and stand against the stream for whatever reason they do. How can we second guess people? The concept of tough love it's unheard of here because it's impossible to meet at, because it's such a big platform with so many thousands and thousands of people. Take care, Harvey. Yeah, the State of the Birdseed, maybe Oda May, she linked me into it before. Guys, channel Wanderlust Estate. And, you know, the Assyrian, at that time, Marshall's channel was the nomadic Assyrian Elvis Van Dweller, the most awkward name of a channel I'd ever heard. If you break his balls and make sport of him, it would change his behavior. I don't really think so, Kitten Cat. How has it worked? How's it work for everybody trolling the hell out of him? I mean, how much has that changed? Yeah, she'll find that link for you, the State of the Birdseed address. And then you tell me how interventions and things work over time. My interventions with Bergs. But I'm able to see that Bergs has a good heart and he's a decent person. Hello, Bella. Yeah, we'll send Harvey good vibes. And remember, tomorrow will be all day long. It will be tip out for the mods. We don't have to go crazy, but I'm saying it is a day when I chip in myself along with you guys to take care of these wonderful men and women that make things go. There's the link for the State of the Birdseed address delivered in March of 2015. 8 months later, I journeyed to Chicago. Okay, Stellar says, calling out bad behavior is tough love. I just witnessed it on Uber Goobers. Not intervention, just not tolerating abuse. Well, Stellar, you and I are going to agree to disagree then. Because calling out bad behavior, in my view on YouTube, has never accomplished anything. If anything, it takes spotlights that are directed at several different places and hyper concentrates them on the bad behavior, because the thing on YouTube is it's the out of the ordinary, it's the extraordinary that gets attention, whether you like it or whether I like it. Now I can choose, as I've done, to do my own thing and, you know, to do my own streams. You know, and I thank you for your support. I've returned the your kind donation that was made when I decided to just turn my direction again. And I understand what you're saying, and I support your right to do that, Stellar. And I always listen to your streams. But there's a lot of things that we disagree on. Everything from Catholicism and the state of the church today to, you know, the effective way to affect change on YouTube. We all know that the best way, well, check your PayPal. We all know the very best way, let me fix this. All right. We all know the very best way to change things on YouTube is not to give attention to something, but that goes counter to what YouTube is all set up to be. Set up to be. Odame says you have a lot more influence than you seem to think. How has my success rate been? Yes, I do, Dusty. Well, Joe, I did return it because I thought I owed it to you, because you stood up and made your points, and I felt like that should be returned to you, that donation, because I thought that tip, because I really believe that that could be better used on somebody else, because I'm I'm succeeding very well here on YouTube. It's not, I'm doing more of my own stuff now. But I refuse to just turn my back on people instead of, maybe we'll call it, subtly intervening. And in my opinion, things are much better than they were even a year ago in terms of some of the shenanigans. You shouldn't, Joe. You should not feel like that. I'd love to engage you in a one-on-one conversation one night, because we have markedly different ideas about things. But I think at the root of it, we're probably closer than you think. And besides being a year of just turning my channel for trying to stop bearing responsibility for other people's actions on YouTube, I've just decided to just enjoy, have fun, and let those people take responsibility for themselves. And I've also embarked on a spiritual journey that's been incredibly rewarding for me for 2019. That's good. I want you to be a part. Like I said, Joe, I am in your streams, but I don't want to be that person that comes in that takes away from the points that, I don't want it to be geared. I'd rather hear, unaffected by my presence, exactly what you have to say. I feel likewise. Stellar. I enjoy the content. I can unblock Carlos, but please don't put the N word in and do all the things like that. And I'm just, if you can behave, it's not me, it's my moderator. You got to convince Oda Mae Brown. So, well, it's true, Joe. I've owned my stuff this year, but my influence is just not palpable in that way. And I'm just one that continues to believe that engagement over time may be the best solution, because now in 2019, there's just too many fingers in the pies. For whatever blessing reason there is, Norm F has stepped up, and it's been like, for some reason, he likes particularly the content that Elvis and I put up. And he stepped forward in a major way to be supportive of that. I'm just grateful. I'm able now to get and invest in the equipment to make a better product. But I want Elvis and I want Bergs and other people to bear personal responsibility for improving themselves. Let them bear the success or failure apart from me on that. I am. Stellar said, I also think there are backstories I'm not fully aware of, and you're making your way through a challenging situation. I'm making my way through. I don't want to set off any landmines, because I genuinely like most of the people that I've met and been associated with online. And I don't want to make anybody upset. I don't want to have anybody saddened. I don't want to say anything to demean anybody. Sometimes my thought, Joe, is just remove yourself from this situation and, go build your content elsewhere, and just, kind of let things, after the nuclear explosion. And there is a lot of backstory. A lot of that has to do with, Dave and Becca, and And honestly, every day now that I see them moving in a positive direction and doing their own thing on YouTube, I feel pretty good about having made that decision. But I do care. How you doing? How you doing, Stewie? Nice to see you. How you doing, Fun Nun? So, it would be very nice, Stellar Joe. I'd love to be able to have you on panel one-on-one and just talk about some issues. How you doing, Matronisa? Nice to see you. Now, I'd say you're the very best at YouTube because you have a forgiving heart. No, I don't think so. I don't think Dave's to blame for everything. But I sure have a lot of different ideas about things. Yeah, I think it's goodwill. Hey, Kaylee. But I would sure love to chat and have an open chat with you about everything from the state of the churches and YouTube, and just hit that stuff head on. Maybe you'll change my mind. You never know. You looked like the lady from Full House. Anyway, I am going to thank you. Make sure you protect your YouTube channel with the two-step process. That would be awesome, Stellar. And don't forget, tomorrow will be Tip Your Mods Out Day here. I'm gladly going to chip in myself. They don't have to be here handling this mess on a daily basis. And I do a ton of streams, as you guys know. There's going to be a ton of content coming up in the next few days with Narce coming to the Rancho. Have a lot of fun. So they do a good job. So I want to thank you all for being here. Yeah, well, I think so, Shauna, and perhaps you should be a part of that discussion too, that's for sure. All right, set up that two-part process, two-part protection. We, the audience, are telling you what we'd like to see. Make it happen just once for shock value. Shock and all. Holy hell. Yeah, there goes your calendar, Mike Frederick. There goes your calendar. What our garbage man must be drunk today. He's just going up and down the street here. All right, we'll see y'all later. Thanks so much. Mwah.